Hey everybody, welcome to another video. I'm Rav, and today we're going to talk about the April update for coronavirus in Okinawa. Let's check it out. So last time I made an update was at the end of March, and I'll link that video right above here. At that time, Okinawa was just like starting to get a little bit of a couple of cases of corona here and there. Since then, I guess you could say that the number of cases of coronavirus in Okinawa have pretty much skyrocketed. We're gonna check out this one website here and check out all the details. Let's go. Okay guys, here we are. Check this site out, okinawa.stopcovid19.jp and then /en for English. Highly recommend keeping this site bookmarked. And there's also other languages too. Japanese, don't know what this is, and then easy Japanese. Okay, so let's check this out here. First, let's look at this right side. Details of patients testing positive. As of April 30th, we have 142 persons. And here is a long list of from dates going all the way back to February 14th. Oh, hey, Valentine's Day. All the way up to, well, it's updated here to the 28th of when these people were confirmed, how old they were, where they live, and their gender. So at least you know, by looking at this, you know where people are getting sick here and what age group has been getting sick. Now, going on over here to the left side, details of people testing positive. More details about all of this here. We have 142 people, 115 hospitalized, mild to moderate symptoms of 105 people, severe symptoms 10 people, 4 deaths. As of today, April 30th, it is now 5. I just checked that on the news, and 23 people have been discharged. Discharge, if you don't know what discharge means, like they can go home. And here's the big one. Let me zoom in on this here. So this part, number of confirmed cases. This was updated as of today at 5:30. So since here, this is the 14th, this 14 right here is February 14th right here, one person. Okay, I've already gone over this in my last video, so let's just bump down right over here to April. Since my last video, it was right around here at the end of March. Now we had these small numbers, and then pretty much after the end of March, beginning of April, we started seeing a boost going at 2 people, 5 people, 6, 11. And it just kind of fluctuates up and down as days go by. But more recently, in the past week, the numbers have been going down. So since April 24th, 1, 26th, 3 people. And then on the 27th, 0. On the 28th, 4. And then as of today, the 29th and the 30th, it's been 0, if not just 1 person. As you can see, the numbers have been dwindling down. Now, is that a good thing? Yes, it is. But it could also mean that right now there's just a quiet moment. Because it is Golden Week, we don't know if there's going to be people coming in over the course of this week from mainland Japan, and they just might ruin all of this. Okay, all right, so let's move down over here. Here's an interesting map. It tells you exactly how many cases in each part of Okinawa that have come up. And so you'll see things like the state of emergency is enacted, parks are closed, travel is discouraged, at risk of community infection, and schools are closed. Lots of things here. And so you got 61 cases in Naha City, which makes sense because of Kokusai-dori, and also like that's where a lot of people are coming in from the airport. As you go up higher, it kind of goes down, but in the more populated areas, you got Okinawa City and Chuba Health Center, like it goes up a lot. And this does not include the on base either. I've heard of some cases on base, but as a security measure, the bases are not allowed to relinquish that information as to how many cases of corona that they have going on. And this is not just Okinawa, this is internationally. All American bases have to keep that information quiet, mostly as a security thing. If, for example, if it were known that Okinawa's American bases were weak because of corona, then that gives other countries, say like North Korea, the opportunity to know that they could possibly strike that place, and that is already not a good thing on top of all of this going on with corona. So that's Okinawa Island. You know, we only have 18 certified beds and then 138 cases, which totally sucks. Miyako Island has 0, and they have 3 beds. They have 0 cases. Why? They shut their airport down. You cannot even take a boat ferry to Miyako Island. They've shut everything down. And this is a very, very good example of trying to keep it out, especially for an island. This could have been Okinawa Island, but people from mainland Japan came, and they didn't try to stop them at the airport, and even now. But what's worst here is Ishigaki Island. Ishigaki Island, if you don't know, is really, really small, and they only have 4 cases, 3 beds, 4 cases. But it's also a tourist hotspot, especially for people coming from like Taiwan and Hong Kong and China. It's a tourist hotspot because it's beautiful beaches and it's really secluded, but somehow they got 1 or 2 people at first, and now they're at 4. It could be really bad, and Ishigaki has a lot of like older people living there. It's not exactly a young people's hangout living spot. Here, let's zoom this right back out to original, and there's even a map here telling you where the latest occurrence of an infected patient. But I highly recommend bookmarking this website. Again, it's okinawa.stopcovid19.jp/en, and bookmark this for all this information here. But anyway, let's go back. Okay, so coming right back over here. So somewhere in mid to late April, Japan had gotten the state of emergency declaration. Before, it was stated for just a couple, like maybe 7 prefectures, but as the number of cases of coronavirus got like exponentially larger, the need came that all the governors of all the prefectures were like, hey, us too, like let us in on this state of emergency deal. So then it was declared throughout the entire nation a state of emergency, and it comes down to this thing where in the Japanese constitution they can't necessarily lock people down. And so this whole deal is they still can't lock us down, but they can strongly suggest that we stay home. Soto denai de kudasai. Ryoko ikanai de kudasai. They're just telling us, please don't do this stuff. But then what happens? People are still doing it. People are still going outside, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. For example, pachinko parlors are still open. People are still traveling, and which is why Okinawa has had such a hard time. When Tokyo got its state of emergency declaration, I think what it is that a lot of people ran away from Tokyo, and they're like, oh, I'll go to Okinawa. It's going to be a lot safer there. It's a small island. There shouldn't be anything there. They brought corona with them. You know, things have just gotten a lot crazier since then. And if you think about it, we got all these lifestyle changes now. In America, you probably have started seeing it at the supermarket. We got like tape or stickers kind of to space people out when they're waiting in line at the register. I mean, in Japan, we've also started getting like this plastic cover, like a clear plastic to be between the register and you. And then things like, oh, they're not handing you the money into your hand. They put it into the tray and you pick it up from the tray, which I kind of don't get, because like if you have corona on your hands or your gloves and you touch the money, put it down, pick it up still, what does that even mean? You still could possibly get corona on your hands. I don't know. And furthermore, lots of restaurants and izakayas. And if you don't know what an izakaya is, check out the discrimination video of me and my friend Jake. We were sitting at an izakaya eating there, so you can check that out. But anyways, restaurants and izakayas are doing takeout now. Restaurants that used to be like nighttime only, they're not necessarily bars, but nighttime only, they're now open at lunchtime trying to sell like bentos and takeout just to try and make ends meet, because nobody is really going out and going to the restaurant. Some people are still going to the restaurant, although a bit dangerous to do so. But fact of the matter is, a lot of things have been changing as far as things that are going on outside. In addition, with a lot of things closing, schools and daycares, this includes elementary schools, junior high schools, and also the daycares, the preschools, kindergartens, they have all been shut down for now, as far as I've heard, up until the end of Golden Week, which is about till May 6th, I think. Up to about May 6th, a lot of places, those educational places are closed down. Some places are fortunate enough to be able to continue doing their classes via online using things like Google Meet or Zoom, and a lot of these kids are just sitting at home pretty much doing nothing. All they have to do is just watch TV, play games, do their homework, study, read books, and they got nothing going on. So if you have kids, please help them out. They do not know what's going on. All they know is that Corona is dangerous. You know, help them out. If they start getting stressed, then you start getting stressed, and then it's just a whole lot of stress for everybody. If you have kids, I highly recommend checking out this video right up above. I made a video with Mickey Mouse to try and give a little message of support to the kids, you know, let them know that they're not alone. Please check that out. So where do we go from here? As of April 30th, 2020, we have about 140 confirmed cases, 5 deaths here on the island of Okinawa. It looks like it's actually getting better. But the problem is, people keep coming to Okinawa. People from the mainland Japan keep coming to Okinawa. I heard that because it's Golden Week, right, starting this week, a bunch of guys came from Osaka to Okinawa just to play golf. Why? This is not the time to be playing golf. This is not the time to be traveling. I understand wanting to get out. I took a little trip over to the seaside just to have a little picnic where nobody was really around. And then I went home. That was it. You know, if you just need to get out, just get out and go somewhere quiet. Go to the park, take a walk around in your neighborhood. Don't travel. Like, it's such a stupid idea to do that right now because of everything going on. And I know the tickets are really cheap right now, but it's just not worth it. Everybody fight hard. I know it's difficult to stay home all the time, but you know, stay home, wash your hands, wear your mask, only go out if you really need to. Find something really productive to do. Work on learning a new language, learn a new skill like programming or something. There are lots of things that you could be doing to better yourself in this time. Even just exercising at home. There are lots of videos on YouTube that are about exercising and yoga, those kinds of things. I'm not exactly the best example either, but you know, different things you can do. I highly recommend checking out my friend Kit's video. I'll link hers right up above. She talks about how she's using this quarantine time to really reflect on what she needs to do with what she wants to do and kind of just better herself. It's not a confining time. Don't feel like you're limited, but it's a great time for personal growth. So that's the positive way to think about this if you haven't already thought about it that way. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this informational video and a lot of me ranting about it. You know, everyone, I just hope you stay safe, and hopefully I don't have to make another May update, but hey, I might just make a May update if things go well or bad. Either way, you guys ought to know. But hey, again, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, all of that, and I hope you have an okay day. See ya.